Welcome to Fan for Racing Radio. I'm Fan for Racing Sharon, and joining me is Jay Huseman, and we are here for our Bristol preview for the NASCAR Truck Series. Jay, have you checked out the entry list?
Is that like a trick question? Come on now. All right, I certainly have. For the UNOH 200 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race at Bristol Motor Speedway, right now we have 37 drivers and teams signed up, and that's for 36 spots. So one driver not going to be happy even after qualifying. Some highlights here. We got the number one is going to be Brent Cruz. That's in a Tricon garage. Mentioned him a little earlier from the Arkham Menard series. The 02 is going to be Trayton Lapovich. The number 7 will be Corey Day. The number 20, Stefan Parsons. The number 33 is going to be Mason Maggio. The number 35, Greg Van Alst. The number 62, Cole Butcher. Let's see, 74 will be Caleb Costner. The number 75, Parker Kligerman. Number 77, Corey LaJoie, and the number 95, Clay Greenfield. Now, like I said, unfortunately, that does mean a one team going to be a little disappointed following qualifying, but for the fans, it's exciting.
It is indeed. And we'll get right into it. The UNOH 200 presented by Ohio Logistics and Bush Beans at Bristol Motor Speedway. Now, Bristol is the half-mile, 0.533 mile concrete oval. That race is Thursday. Again, it's Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox Sports 1. Now, radio coverage is on NASCAR Radio Network, new this year, and then Sirius XM NASCAR Channel 90. They will race a distance of 133.25 miles over 250 laps. Stage 1 ends on lap 65, and stage 2 ends on lap 130, also 65 laps. The final stage will be 120 laps and will end on lap 250. So where can you watch this weekend? Well, for the Craftsman Truck Series, they will have practice and qualifying starting at 3:05 p.m. on Thursday, and that will be on Fox Sports 2. So 3:05 for the practice. Qualifying starts at 4:10 p.m., also on Fox Sports 2. Then the race, as we mentioned earlier, starts at 7 p.m. on Fox Sports 1. So a lot to look forward to here with that truck series. And Jay, we've got a lot to look forward to.
It is. In the history of the truck series at Bristol, this week marks the 30th running of a NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race at Bristol Motor Speedway, as the track has hosted at least one race every season since joining the schedule in 1995. As if my 50th birthday coming up Monday wasn't a reminder. I remember when the truck series started. So, yeah, I've been a race fan for the majority of that.
All right. Now, this season is the 10th season of the playoffs in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. They've had races there 2016 to 2025, so 10 consecutive seasons.
And Bristol serves as the second track in this 7-race Craftsman Truck Series playoffs, and it's the second race of the round of 10. We got Darlington, Bristol, and New Hampshire in this round. 2 drivers will be eliminated after New Hampshire, and we'll take a look at who that might be when we look at the point standings.
All right. Now, the Craftsman Truck Series playoff outlook following Darlington, their last race. Corey Heim advances to the next round with his win, so we know he's moving on to that next round of 8. Layne Riggs is up 38 points on the cut line. Daniel Hemrick is up 33 points. Grant Infinger, 30 points. Then we take a little bit of a dive here. 8 points back of Grant Infinger is Tyler Ankrum at plus 22. And then 6 points back is Ty Majeski plus 16 to the cut line. And then Rajah Caruth plus 4. Jake Garcia is plus 2. Chandler Smith is -2 back from the cut line, and Caden Honeycutt is -7 to the cut line. So those are the top 10 drivers, but the two that are most vulnerable to losing their spots in the round of 8 are Chandler Smith and Caden Honeycutt. But those other drivers, Rajah Caruth, Jake Garcia, 2 and 4 points up on the cut line. Even Ty Majeski and Tyler Ankrum, a lot of those drivers are kind of vulnerable.
I certainly think so. Grant Enfinger at +30, that's half a race worth of points. Again, not secure, but that's a pretty good cushion to have in your back pocket. Now, we talked about the top one, the one locked in already, Corey Heim. His 8 wins in the 2025 season are the most through 19 races all time. He is the first driver to accomplish that feat.
And Heim's 19 wins passes Denner Setzer for 7th most all time in the Truck Series. So Corey Heim's making some history here as well.
Yeah, talk about going back to 1995, Dennis Setzer. That name certainly rings with the Truck Series when it comes to that. Heim at 83 starts is the fastest driver to reach 19 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series wins since August 2010 when Kyle Busch did it, and it was at Bristol. He did it in 77 starts.
Heim is also the youngest driver to reach 19 wins in the Craftsman Truck Series. The previous record, again, was Kyle Busch at Bristol in August of 2010 at 25 years, 3 months, and 16 days. But Corey Heim is younger than that, so pretty impressive.
And we're going to keep comparing the two, as Heim is the 5th driver to win 8 or more Craftsman Truck Series races in a single season, but the first since 2010, which again was Kyle Busch.
And Heim is the 5th driver to win 17 or more Craftsman Truck Series, to win at 17 or more Craftsman Truck Series tracks.
Now, Heim is the first driver, though, to lead in each of the first 19 races of a Craftsman Truck Series season. We talked about that throughout the year. He's at least led in all the races.
Yes, indeed. And current playoff drivers have won 5 of the last 6 Bristol races. Chandler Smith had wins in 2021 and 25, Ty Majeski in 22, Corey Heim in 23, and Layne Riggs just last year.
Okay, I don't know what to think about that one, because I picked Chandler Smith to make some noise in this playoff. Ty Majeski is one of my favorites, and Layne Riggs showed what he can do last year. This might be a really interesting race and a torn race for me, because I don't know who to root for.
I know, it's going to be exciting.
Speaking of ones I like to root for, Grant Enfinger, as he's moved up 3 spots in the playoff standings. That is the largest positive move in the points following Darlington. He went from 7th to 4th.
That's pretty good. Also, Chandler Smith moved down 6 spots in the playoff standings. That's the largest negative move in the points following Darlington. He moved from 3rd place down to 9th place. So Darlington was not a good track for Chandler Smith.
He certainly had a rough day. Now, when we went through the points, there's 4 drivers that are straddling that playoffs round of 8 cut line. Mentioned Caruth at +4, Garcia at +2, and then you got on the negative side, Smith at -2, Honeycutt at -7. They all finished inside the top 10 at Bristol earlier this season. That's how tight it's going to be. Smith was 1st, Garcia 6th, Honeycutt 8th, and Caruth 9th. So, man, it's going to be tough to even gain 1 or 2 points if that's the case.
It certainly is. Tricon Garage leads the series and wins this season with 8 victories, and all of those victories came from Corey Heim. And also, the Truck Series has produced 218 lead changes through the first 19 races of this season. That is 3rd most all time. But Jay's going to go over some clinch scenarios here so that you know what to watch for on Thursday night's race.
Well, I hate to say it this way, but it's going to be kind of simple. Already clinched. We got 1 driver clinched into the next round, and that's Corey Heim. the fact that the points are this close, a lot of this is going to sound the same, but do a quick cover of it. If there's a repeat winner, a win by a driver who cannot advance to the next round, driver needs to clinch by being 57 points above the 7th winless driver. Same would be true if a new win comes from Layne Riggs, Daniel Hemrick, Grant Enfinger, Tyler Ankrum, Ty Majeski, or Rajah Caruth. And honestly, like I said, it's simple. Layne Riggs, Daniel Hemrick, Grant Enfinger, Tyler Ankrum, Ty Majeski, Rajah Caruth can only do so with additional help because it is so tight. Now, if the new winner is Jake Garcia or another winless driver lower in the standings but still eligible to advance, then the 57 points needs to be above the 6th winless driver in the standings. So that puts it Riggs, Hemrick, Enfinger, Ankrum, Majeski. They all still need help. Any of the drivers, and we've hit on all 10 of them already, so I'm not going to repeat them, but they can clinch with their win alone. So I think we'll have to wait until the following week at New Hampshire where it could be an actual points thing. Right now it's so tight, nobody, with the exception of Corey Heim by already getting that win, is locked into that next round.
Do you want to cover the points report here?
We covered the championship 8. Once you're out of the championship, these 10 are guaranteed to finish in the top 10 in points. So theirs can't change.
They're fighting for position.
Yeah. So the reset puts them at 2,000 points. You got Ben Rhodes at 517 in 11th. Giovanni Ruggiero is at 506. That's only an 11-point difference. Then you go down to Tanner Gray. He's kind of in no man's land in 13th at 461. But Connor Mozak in 14th as a rookie, 409. Stuart Friesen is actually the next one down, which he is no longer going to gain points as he is out for the season. So then it drops down to 380 for Matt Crafton, 366 for Andres Perez de Lara. That's a 14-point gap, a 21-point gap back to Matt Mills. 14 points back to Jack Wood, and then 10 points back to Dawson Sutton. And that's your top 20. So again, and you probably won't hear them talked about a whole lot unless they have an extraordinarily good run, because the focus is on those championship drivers. But these guys and gals, a couple of Tony Breidinger happens to be 22nd there, I was just looking at, they're still having their own points battles. So again, they may not get talked about a whole lot. If you're a fan of them, keep an eye on them. Some of them, it may get addressed, like I said, especially if they come out like Layne Riggs did last year. He said, I'm not a playoff driver, but I'm winning races. So that's how you get attention.
That is true. So Layne Riggs really did kind of shake things up again last year, being a non-playoff driver. And he did garner a lot of attention, that is for sure. Okay. Anything more you want to say before we move on, Jay?
Well, and with that, just talking about Layne Riggs, with that, what he did last year, we wondered then what would happen if he were in the playoffs. This year he is now second in points, only behind Corey Heim, who locked in.
Okay, do watch for more coming soon from Damper Racing Radio. There are 5 races this weekend with NASCAR, all 3 of NASCAR's top 3 series racing at Bristol Motor Speedway, along with the combination event for the ARCA East. And ARCA East series finale is that race. And then on Saturday, there's also the ARCA West race at All-American Speedway in Roseville. So a lot of racing happening this weekend, and we'll cover it all. And then on the other side of the weekend, we'll do the reviews. And on Monday night is our NASCAR Hot Topic Sound Off segment with a live stream and live chat room for fan interaction as we discuss all the hottest topics in NASCAR. And Bristol always brings out rivalries.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say, I was waiting to see what word you were going to use there.
Yeah, so I'm sure we'll have some things to talk about there as well. So definitely looking forward to this weekend of racing. And we can't leave without saying thank you to everybody for tuning in. We do appreciate each and every one of you, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoy doing it.
Man, I'm not sure if I'm more excited or more stressed now about this Truck Series race at Bristol. Again, a lot of favorite drivers I got, and they're all right there in the points battle. Their stats all look the same. There isn't a driver I'd like to see knocked out. I know two of them are going to be eventually, but yeah, so Bristol's going to be very entertaining, stressful, depending on who you're a fan of. Man, it's going to be a good race. Good race.
And I'm thinking the Truck Series last year, let me just double check this. I'm thinking Chandler Smith was the winner last year. No, it was Layne Riggs.
No, it was Layne Riggs. Chandler got his in the spring race here. That's where I was like, man, and Ty Majeski was in there as well, and he's the defending champion. Again, in 6th place, not locked in, but sitting fairly decent if he has a good run at Bristol.
Yes, indeed. So it's going to be fun to watch. Again, these are do not miss races because we are in full force playoff mode now.
That's right.
Okay, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. Take care and enjoy your race weekend.